7:10 a.m.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Get ready for your host with more.
Get ready for your host with most.
Mr. Brian Brown.
Mr. Brian Brown.
It's 7:10 a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Que la roja bichuela y guandules no viene ligado igualito que yuca. Ese pelo que él tiene tan lindo, no venga a pensar que eso es una peluca. Tiene cotorra perico, yo tengo cotorra, tú tienes la cuca. Está claro en el ring, en el piso yo quien te
Critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de...
And boom, we are live. Okay, audio's working, video's working. What's going on today, guys? Welcome to 7:10 a.m. It's 7:10 a.m. It's 7:10 a.m. How's everyone doing this morning, man? Monday. Good Monday morning. Who's ready to get back into the grind of things this morning, guys? Oh, we got a mess of people up in here this morning. We got the grannies growing ganja. Nice. Back to retro. Nice. Nova Mike. Oh, man. Grannies. Back to retro. Got Mod Squad in the house. We got Lonnie. We got Tim W. We got Rosie Key. We got Lonnie over on the other side. Oh, man. Good morning, guys. How was everyone's weekend? Mine was not ready for work. I hear you, man. Had a rough weekend. Neck was bugging me. Just kind of stayed in, vegged out, didn't do a whole heck of a lot. But we did. We had birthdays to celebrate this weekend, guys. Big shout out to the birthday buddies. We had Chantel and Fight for Freedom. I don't know if I'm just giving out names online here. We had Fight for Freedom, and we had Honey Nut Heroine. Nice. As of birthdays, we ended up birthdays. That is right. Stuttering a little bit this morning, guys. We had birthdays. We went down to the lounge over here in Needles, California, and had a nice little get together. Celebrated some birthdays. Really cool. Smoked a little weed. Got to check out the lounge. Had a good time. Oh, hey, good morning, Carolyn. How's it going? All the way from Colorado. Man, we're getting worldwide, guys. I know Dubai. I know you're out there, Dubai. I see you. You may not be able to legally embrace what we do here, but we see you, Dubai, or some weirdo using a what are those called? A thing that makes you not look where you're looking. I forget what the VPN. Some guy using a VPN, maybe. I don't know. Why would you use a VPN to watch this show? Interesting. Oh man, you guys rock. What all happened? Yeah, VPN. There you go. What all happened this weekend? We did that. What was new and exciting out in the world this weekend? We had Young Rock. You know what? I don't watch Young Rock. I've been meaning to. There's a lot of really cool. Summer's here. Memorial Day weekend just passed, so a lot of season finales of movies or not movies of shows are happening. Does anyone watch Yellow Jackets? Oh man, yeah. I don't use VPN. I like PBS. A little fact about Back to Retro. In his younger days, he would man the phones at PBS telethons. Yeah, he was the guy who would answer. He'd be like, "Hey, Back to Retro Review, what can we get you? Do you need your baseball documentary? Okay, here you go, $5." Yeah, he... remember when that was a thing? When people would call in to telethons and like, I pledge $50, sir. And then half the time they never gave it. Jerry Lewis telethon. That was a huge one, man. Yeah, pledging. Remember that? Oh, Amber Heard. Amber Heard knows all about pledging. Remember on her trial with Johnny Depp, that was her thing. Her thing was like, yes, I did pledge the $2.3 million or whatever it was. It was a lot more than that. I worked for Jerry's kids. They just told you worked for Jerry's kids. You were actually one of Jerry's kids, but they didn't want to make you feel bad. So they're like, hey, Kevin, come here. Yeah, you work for us, pal. You're not like these other. Oh man, just kidding. Just kidding. Back to retro. Hey, good morning, Linda. Good morning. How's everyone doing? Oh, how you doing, Linda? I don't know why I said everybody. So Yellow Jackets, guys. Yellow Jacket. Get me on a tangent here. Great show. Second season finale just wrapped up. I won't give any spoilers, but man, it's a good one. There is definitely a good one at the end of that. But how much actually giving them the Mr. Yes, okay, so yeah, back to my thing. So she said that she pledged when she got the divorce settlement from Johnny Depp to whatever charities, I forget what. Is that why I had to wear the helmet? Oh man. Um, and then so that was the whole like cross examination. So you pledged it, but you didn't give it. Oh no, pledging and giving is one and the same. I just haven't had time to cut the check yet. But it's been 2 years, Miss Heard. Oh no, I pledged it. That's just you don't just buy a home, you get a mortgage. It's the same. You pledge that you're gonna buy this home. And they're like, no, it doesn't work that way. Oh, Amber Heard. Yeah, so Yellow Jackets, great season finale. If you guys haven't watched that, I would say get caught. Whoa. Power. City of Needles official. They're like, we're cutting this fucking power. Enough of this. What's another good season finale I watched? Ted Lasso series finale on that, man. If you guys haven't checked out Ted Lasso, it's an easy watch, man. There's 3 seasons. Each episode's like 45 minutes. Really good show. Really fun. Really just down to earth. A basic show, not complex. Good storylines. Good heart. It's a good heart show, guys. So if you need some power of positivity, that's where you go. I have the power to kill your power. If I don't get my check for my utility bill tomorrow by 5 p.m., we might have it. See, y'all been talking about shadow people and they show up. That is right. Uh, yeah, so Ted Lasso, guys, if you haven't checked out this show, really good. I enjoy it. It's a nice, heartfelt show, man. Good intentions. A show with good intentions. That doesn't happen too often. Let's see, Young Sheldon. Season wrapped up of Young Sheldon. Luckily, they're coming back. That show's not going to be done. What else is there? The Goldbergs. The Goldbergs wrapped up forever. They're done. The Goldbergs wrapped it up. Season or series finale was a couple weeks ago. Um, you know, man, that show been on a long time. Sometimes, yeah, Ted Lasso is a great show. I love it. Me and Felix need to do a podcast about it. Did Maul just blink? He might have. He might have. Uh oh, Rosie, truffle shuffle. Oh, Rosie got truffle shuffles, guys. Hang on 1 second. We'll talk a little Ted Lasso and different things, guys. Let's see here. What can I throw up? We'll throw this one up. All right. Yeah, I love Ted Lasso, man. Great show. Like I said, it's just a heartfelt, good show. Sorry, guys. Producer Rosie needs to go out and make her business here. Let's see. Yeah, Goldbergs, man. You forget, like at least I did, how long the Goldbergs were on the air for. A long time. They showed, the flashbacks like they normally do at the end of a series, and they show like how little Adam was and how little the mom, I mean, not little, how young the mom was when she first started. She reminds me a lot of the character she played, like how different she looks, the contrast in real life. Um, um, oh, who is it? Peg Bundy. Um, oh, I can't think of her name now. The actress that played Peg Bundy, great actress. But yeah, when you first saw her in Sons of Anarchy as like not Peg Bundy, you were like, "What the hell?" The hair not done up, the hair flat, and that's how the mom off the Goldbergs looks a lot. Like when you see her normal, you're like, "Dang." Looks completely different, but yeah, man, all the way through, and I was a little bummed that, and I guess there was controversy about it. Murr, the dad. I don't know if you guys know, he got fired a couple seasons ago for telling inappropriate jokes on set. Some say maybe sexual harassment, but it wasn't like the sexual harassment where he was like grabbing people. It was like he was telling dirty jokes. He's a comedian. He's a stand-up comedian. I don't know. I'm not one for putting people in uncomfortable situations, but at the same time, it goes both ways. But yeah, so he ended up getting fired. Last season they cut him in a few times, like old clips. So like they'd be like, "What do you think, Murr?" And you see like a clip from the '80s. I think you should do it, something like that. But Rosie, what are you doing, Mama? You still producing? Okay, Rosie's still producing. Um, Yeah, so that's what I thought, man. I thought that I don't know. It is what it is. I wasn't there. I don't know how bad the thing was. Obviously, it was bad enough to get him fired, but we live in a weird world today. Um, that anyone can get fired for anything. So I don't know. I would have liked to see them give him a little more homage on the way out. They just kind of left him hanging. So I don't know. That was kind of disappointing. Um, yeah. What else was there? I'm trying to think. I'm into that movie Alone or Behind. Oh shoot, I can't. It's a guy for I always or Left. I can't remember what it is. It's a show about. It's actually a pretty good show. Um, about people who get stuck in this town. It's like a weird supernatural loop, and these monsters come out and kill people at night, but they're dressed like 1950s people, and they're like trying to seduce you in, and so they can torture you. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, but good show. So I'm into that right now. All right, producer Rosie's business is handled, guys. So we can get back to our business. This spoiled dog. She was a big hit yesterday down at the lounge, man. Big hit. Rosie's the hit wherever she goes, guys. Katie Seagal. There we go. Katie Seagal. Rosie is a great ambassador for for the channel, man. People love her. What did one customer was like? Or one person who was over there was like, "Hey, I was apologizing because Rosie kept going over to him," and she's like, "Hey, you're bugging us more than Rosie is. Shut up." Whoa, whoa, okay, okay. Oh man. Big shout out to everyone up in here this morning. A lot of people up in here. Don't be shy. Throw up those comments. Let us know you're in here. It's an interactive show. We appreciate all the comments, guys. All the comments. Rosie needs her own YouTube channel. She does. You know what? I've been debating that. Snapchat to do those reels or whatever. Like, I don't know. I need to learn about all that stuff. Um, I know the film school guy. I need to learn about making reels, Snapchat or whatever, TikTok, whatever they're called. I'm so fucking old. Oh, I'm so old. Don't tell us what to. Back to retro. Sit on it. Sit on it. All right, guys. Let's get into today in history real quick. Today in history. Today is. What the heck we got going on here? Today is June 5th. I'm a little confused. This is different. This is different than I'm used to. Wait a minute. This is a different one. All right. Today in history. Here we go. Sharon shoots Democratic President Robert F. Kennedy after Kennedy's victory in a pivotal California primary election. Oh, wow. So in 1968, Robert Kennedy. Okay, I was like, damn, like, wait a minute. Sharan didn't shoot him. No, man. So this, you know what? I learned a lot about this when we went to the Richard Nixon Presidential Library. Um, so John F. Kennedy got shot, and then he died, of course. We all know that. And then Robert Kennedy was going to run for president, and did a great, like, man, he was strong. They predicted him all the way. Then he gets shot and killed, right? Yeah. Then he gets shot, and then all of a sudden, Nixon, who had run and lost for president before, became the odds-on favorite. Like, they wanted him to go in, and he ended up stopping the Vietnam War, stopping the draft, so much stuff, man. But it makes you wonder what would have happened if Bobby Kennedy hadn't got shot and he won the election. Like, where would we be? How different would it be? Would it be different? Um, I don't know. We'll find out. Well, I guess we'll never will. But 1939, Margaret Drabble, English novelist, The Milestone, Realms of Gold, was born, guys. In 2004, former President Ronald Reagan dies at 93. Oh man, Ronnie Reagan died on this day in history, guys. Oh man. 1973, Doris A. Davis becomes the first African American woman to govern a city in a major metropolitan area, as she's elected mayor of Compton, California in 1973. In 68, Sharon shot presidential candidate Robert Kennedy. In 1967, the Six-Day War between Israel and Egypt, Syria and Jordan begins. Wow. Um, the premier, Nikita Khrushchev, denounces Joseph Stalin to the Soviet Communist Party Congress. That was a big one. Man, you out Stalin. That's big. 1949, Ken Follett, novelist of The Wings of Eagles, is born. 1947, David Hare, British playwright, A Map of the World, is born. Um, Secretary of State George C. Marshall outlines the Marshall Plan, a program intended to assist European nations, including former enemies, to rebuild their economies. This was 47, so that would be right after World War II, right? 1944, the first B-29 bombing raid strikes Japan. Rail line in Bangkok, Thailand. Ooh, man, talk about some pivotal times, man. We got it pretty good. We get in these little wars, but man, I mean, like, it was pivotal at that time when we started bombing Japan and stuff, man. You got to think about, like, the strategy involved, and, like, man, we've never seen nothing like that since. Just crazy. And we were attacked. I mean, we were defending ourselves at this point, like, come swinging back at them, crazy. And we were actually in a conflict, not just being the bully in a conflict. The German army begins its offense of southern France in 1940. 1939, Margaret, we already covered that. Christy Brown, Irish novelist, My Left Foot, is born in 1932. David Wagner, poet and novelist, The Escape Artist, is born in 1926. A lot of these are people we probably never heard of. In 1880, Wild Woman of the West, Mary Maribel Shirley, marries Sam Starr, even though records show she was already married to Bruce Younger. Was that Bruce Younger? He ran with the Tombstone Crew, right? Anyway, 1878, Francisco Pancho Villa, Mexican revolutionary and a guerrilla leader, was born. Pancho Villa was born today, guys. Maybe run down to his restaurants. Run down to his local restaurants, wherever you're at, and grab some Pancho Villa burritos, guys. Why are they always named Pancho Villas? Good morning, Doug. Good morning. Good morning. Kiss my grits. Oh, Merlin Public Media, sure, youngster. Kennedy knew about our advanced space program. Yeah, I would not be surprised about that. There's a lot with the Kennedy boys that, oh man, poor Marilyn Monroe got rolled up. All right, guys. So that was our today in history. Pancho Villa was born today. That's kind of cool. Um, I guess it's in the same thread. When I was a youngster, when I was like 22, I told you guys I've gotten into some trouble, and I worked the city crew down in Clifton, the city of Clifton, Arizona. Yeah. So Safford, Clifton, I think Globe is around there somewhere. So I was down there, and the city of Clifton, their big claim to fame is they have a big mountain, big rock mountain, solid rock, and they blasted a hole in the side of it, and they blasted a hole in the side of it, and they put a big steel door, and they got it all, and that's where they kept Geronimo. True story. That was like the city's claim to fame when they captured revolutionary Native American Indian Geronimo. They kept him in there, and there was no room for escape, man. One way in, one way out, and just mountain. Like, yeah, there was no way. It's kind of interesting to see um, firsthand because you hear a lot about history. Oh, excuse me, guys. Got a little air going this morning. You hear a lot about history, and but to actually see like the lengths they went to keep this guy locked up, man, crazy, crazy. And that's a whole nother thing we could get into. But let's get into some giveaways before we get into the meat and potatoes of the show, guys. We got what we unboxed last week, guys. We got the Fallout. Did we say hashtag Fallout on this? Yeah, hashtag Fallout, guys. You're gonna get the bag. You're gonna get a lot of stuff. You're gonna get earbuds. You're gonna get these hanger things. These hanger things that hang on your earbuds and wires. You're gonna get these koozies. There's just a mess of stuff in here, guys. So hashtag Fallout for that one. That's one prize. That's about 3 weeks away, guys. Next week on Baked and Unboxed, we got GPC, hashtag GPC for Garbage Pail Kids, guys. You're going to get entered to win that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece there, guys. Also, hashtag Halloween. Probably about 6-7 weeks. This one's going to be a little while, but get in early, guys. Hashtag Halloween. It looks like a normal Strode Realty sign to you. No, no, no. This Strode Realty sign, when you, whoever wins it, when you accept it, it will have autographs from Daniela Harris from Scout, who played in the Rob Zombie. She played Laurie Strode in the Rob Zombie one, and then Daniela Harris plays her daughter, and then there's a whole mess in the Halloween. But then we're gonna have Douglas Tate. We're gonna have other Michael Myers. This thing's gonna be loaded with autographs from people from Halloween, guys, and not just like a guy dressed up. No, real actors from the movie Halloween. So hashtag Halloween on that one. That's still a ways away, guys. Don't forget hashtag DWO, Dank World Order, guys. You're gonna get this whole giant box with a shirt, socks, Andre the Giant action figure, paddle, keychain, autograph. I think what's in there? What autograph is in there? I thought it was The Hills Have Eyes. It is The Hills Have Eyes. Wow. I got two Hills Have. Oh no, never mind. So it's The Hills Have Eyes. Pluto, as I just throw everything off. Autograph that for you guys. You get the cup. There's stickers in there. Oh man, it's like a Ladmo bag for all you Arizona kids out there. And what else we got? Next week as well, hashtag superhero. And we got the Maggie Simpson deal that we're going to give away. And then hashtag GOG, Guardians of the Galaxy. I got a couple more Funko Pops I'll be giving away, guys. So get in on all the giveaways because there's a lot of them. Oh, man, there's a lot. All right, guys, let's get into the meat and potatoes. I was looking at my sleeves here. The meat and potatoes of the show, guys. The biggest surprise movie hits of all time. So these are sleepers. These are movies that get made normally. Hey, Baker, good morning, good morning. Doug, hey, Doug, good morning, good morning. Glad that you made it home safe, by the way. Um, um, yeah, so these were come out of nowhere. And what I like about these is they're all original. See, that's what the theater, the studios don't realize, man. You know, they play it safe. They're going with remakes, reboots, redos, safe bets because you know it does take a lot of money to make a movie. Let's be honest. Um, so I can see, you know, playing it safe. But when we look at this list, man, these are all original ideas, all original films, all original like concepts that made a gang of money. So why not roll the dice every once in a while and be like, you know what? Let's see what this does. I think that's where we need to get with the movies and miss the green grass and lakes already. Oh, I bet, man. And that better weather. I don't know. Is humidity better than the dry heat? Would you rather do 120 in a dry heat or would you rather do 86 with high humidity? I don't know. That's a touchy one. I might do dry heat just because I'm used to it. Um, Mod Squad, you guys get a lot of humidity. Back to Retro, you get a lot of humidity. I can't wait to see those two at Mad Monster. I'm excited about Mad Monster, but I want to see the dry heat look on their face when they feel that dry heat. And they're like, what's going on out here? Oh man, 95 when we left, it was hotter than here. Oh wow. Yeah, so definitely. And then you got the high humidity as well, man. So it's not even that's not even fair. At least we just have the straight. I don't know. This time of year we do get a little bit of humidity and being close to the river, but wham, wham, wham. I live so close to the river. It's kind of humid. Uh, first world issues, guys. First world problem. All right, so these are movies, guys. Like I said, my original movies that no one saw coming. These are giant hits that came out of nowhere, guys. The biggest surprise movie hits of all time. When I think of summer, when I think of Memorial Day, I think of movies. I think about getting out, spending hot summer, hot dank nights, guys, coming very, very soon. Just wait. It's a new thing that we're doing. I got our buddies at the Healing Center. I got my buddies Chris. I got my buddy Tim. I got Zach and Cody. No, not from the show Zach and Cody, from the Healing Center guys. And they're I'm talking them into. We're going to start it probably in a couple of weeks. Once or twice a week, we're going to be doing dank summer nights, guys, where I'm going to have them on the show. They're going to be doing smoke out challenge, guys. You did say Giants hits, right? With an H. Yes, yes, or giant shits. That's a whole different movie. That's a whole different genre. I've never watched that. Oh, you know what? Probably shouldn't be getting into my porn preferences at 7:10 a.m. But I've never watched those kind of videos. I've never seen that in real life. I don't know if I want to. I've been spared. What is that called? A Cleveland steamer? Oh, I'm so ready for Mad Monster. Really, yeah. I was gonna say, where you're at, Ohio, I would imagine you really get Brian Load's giant hits. Lonnie knows, man. Lonnie knows about my bong loads. I was actually just talking. Who was I talking to about that? I was talking to someone about like I know when I smoke. Maybe Teresa Deller. I think it might have been Teresa Deller. I know the amount rusty trombone. What about the old rusty sheriff's badge? Ugh. Oh, well, keep it away from the rusty sheriff's badge, guys. Oh man. um, yeah, let's get off of this topic. I was talking to Teresa Deller about like one time when I went to Philly a few years ago. I had brought weed and it was still illegal over there. Statute of limitations gone, guys. And the people I was with didn't have any weed, so they were like, "Oh, share, share, share." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah." So I grab a pre-roll because that's what I brought with me. And I'm like, okay, you guys, here's one pre-roll for you guys. Pass it around. This is for me because I know what I need to get high. I'm in Cleveland. We're so close to one of the Great Lakes. That's what I was thinking. I didn't want to assume you were in Cleveland. I hate that. Like, when people mention Illinois, everyone just goes to Chicago. When you mention Arizona, everyone goes to Phoenix. When you mention Nevada, everyone goes to Vegas. I hate that. So I didn't want to assume that you were in Cleveland. But yeah, no, yeah, Cleveland gets super muggy. It's funny to watch you squirm with racy topics. But all right, guys, let's talk about buttholes. Oh, you know what it is I was so bound and determined to make this such a non-drama channel that anytime we like tiptoe around things that could cause drama, I'm like, Okay, guys, okay, hey guys, over here, look over here." Oh man. If you guys didn't know, the Mod Squad Harley is actually a member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's right there in Cleveland. She was nominated in 2016, inducted in 2018, and yeah, man, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Mod Squad, give it up, guys. That's all I know about Cleveland. That and the Indians. Jabu, I know about Jabu, and I know it's Ohio versus everybody. I've seen that on T-shirts. All right. All right, let's get into these movies, guys. Enough of the nonsense. All right. Conjuring, guys. This was, you know what, man? This so they bought the rights to the stories of oh shit, can't believe the Warrens. Cleveland rocks. Cleveland does rock, all right. I guess she needed a break, man. Who remembers that Bowling for Soup song? There's nothing wrong with Ohio except the snow and the rain. I really like Drew Carey, and I wish I could see the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Come back to Texas. Is that what you're singing? Back to retro. Come back to Texas. You guys probably have no idea what the fuck that song is, and I'm just rambling nonsense and in a horrible singing voice, not even carrying the proper tune. You're like, Brian's finally lost it. Brian finally had a stroke. Jesus. All right. The Conjuring guys made $318 million. Huge, huge. So after the success of Saw, James Wan became one of the biggest names in the horror genre. Huge, huge, man. Now he's Guardians. He's going over. No, Texas is full. Go home. Yeah, you guys have been getting an influx lately. Don't want to call them a bunch of California assholes, but you guys are getting an influx of California assholes. Hopefully they, you know what, we're getting them too. We're getting a ton of them too in Arizona. Know your role, guys. Read the room. That's all we ask. If you're moving from here, hang on. We'll get back to the Conjuring in a minute. If you're moving from California, hey Charlie, good morning, good morning. I need to talk to you, Charlie. I got a gig on Saturday at the Sandbar. If you want to come hang out, I need help, not help per se, just help watching the stuff. So if you want to come and hang out, it's a couple hours on Friday and Saturday. I'll hit you up and let you know. Um, Not LOL. A pizza shop I used to work with had Drew Carey's had Drew Carey's secretary call to have pizza delivered to whatever state he was in, and we would dry ice. Wow, that's kind of cool. Talk about a Cleveland guy. Holy shit, like that's an Ohio guy. He's like, I only eat Ohio pizza. Mail it to me. So yeah, so I'm gonna don't move from another state to another and try to make yes, exactly. All right, guys. So I'm gonna lay it down, man. And you may not like this. I live in California now, technically, um, but I was a Arizona born and bred boy, um, and I know how Arizonas think, and I know how Texans think. I think we're all kind of lumped up in the same group. If you're moving from California, we welcome you. Come on in. No issues. Do your thing. But don't try to make the state your fucking state. You left your state for a reason and you came to our state. Read the room. We carry guns here. We talk shit. We don't care about your feelings. So read the room. Don't cause a scene when people don't care about your feelings, or you see a guy carrying a 357 Magnum in Home Depot looking at pipe fittings. Like, don't freak out. It's what we do here, and you moved here. When you see a giant Great Dane walking down the aisles of Home Depot as a support pet, read the room. Oh man, yeah, like you're. Hey, good morning, honey nut hero, and happy late birthday, Chantel. Even though I gave you guys even though we wished you happy birthday, it's a birthday week. Damn it, the week starts on Sunday, and so does your birthday week. All right, let's get back into these movies, guys. James Wan, man, came out of nowhere with Saw, and that's going to be on this list as well. Um, and he worked with the studios, I believe Warner Brothers, and they got the rights to Ed and Lorraine Warren's story, and so The Conjuring came out, and not a lot of people were familiar. Texas, the home of guns and kangaroos. You guys got a lot of kangaroos in Texas? Who's seen that video of that dude fighting the kangaroo just lately? Oh my God. Fucking like they're going heads up, man. This dude fucking punches. I think the kangaroo is going after his dog, and this fucking dude runs up and he's like, tink. And the kangaroo pulls his hands up and they're like doing their thing. It's crazy, man. Crazy. I didn't know they had kangaroos in Texas. That's, who knew? Who knew? Yeah, so The Conjuring, man. This came out of nowhere. Not a lot of people, unless you were a hardcore paranormal interest type of person, you had no idea who Lorraine and Ed Warren were. Um, you might have heard about them here and there, but not like in the movies. So when this movie came out and featured their lives and their stories and stuff, man, it caught us by surprise. But how great was it? What a great surprise was it? I'm hearing rumors that they're talking about maybe wrapping up the Conjuring universe with and Lorraine, but they're talking about going. There's a lot of stories to cover in that realm. How many Annabelle movies can you make? I mean, just a lot. Yeah, I saw that video. He punched the Roo right in the nose. He's a boop. um, yeah, so I mean, the Conjuring universe will continue on, hopefully with the same actors. I enjoy them in this role. I enjoy the whole Conjuring universe. I think it's great. Um, yeah, I definitely would like to see it continue. But that was one that came out of nowhere, man. No one expected that. All right. Saw movie. Speaking of our buddy James Wan, James Wan and Leah Whannell introduced the concept of Saw. They had no idea what they would be creating, a new branch of the horror genre known as torture porn. While the first Saw isn't as bloody as its sequels, the unique concept and that caught the attention of many. The film revolves around a serial killer named Jigsaw who traps people and puts them in awkward and often deathly scenarios. To get out, they must perform horrifying tasks. You guys know the Saw movies. This was like a major story among indie filmmakers. Sorry, guys. I figured you didn't want me to snort my snot live on the air. Yeah, man. So when this game, you guys know I'm an indie filmmaker. About 10, 12, 13 years now. I went to film school. I've been making movies. I made a bunch of short films, music videos, commercials, all that kind of jazz. But there's one thing all indie filmmakers have in common. I know, huge crowd today. Nice, nice. Well, one thing all indie filmmakers have in common. We flock to your Kevin Smiths. We flock to your Robert Rodriguez. We flock to your James Wan because these are guys who made movies with a big fat zero budget. That's indie filmmaking 101, guys. Come in with people volunteering their time. You're making spaghetti to feed them because it's cheap and easy to make. You're buying Shasta so people have stuff to drink. Indie filmmaking, man, it's like a low budget, but man, it's going to war. What are you doing there, Rosie? What are you doing over there? Um, it is, man. It's an undertaking. And so when you hear about people who actually live El Mariachi, there you go. People who actually did it. They took their zero budget. They took their 8 grand they borrowed from their parents or whatever it is, and they go out and they make a movie and it hits. Like, man, that's the dream. That's the lottery. That's what every indie filmmaker wants. Hey, John, how you doing? How's the job going? Yeah, any action lately? Yeah, Flavor Aid. Yeah, the cheapest stuff you could buy. You're going to the dollar store to buy stuff. But you get the movie made and it hits, and all of a sudden you're in this like different regard. And like, yeah, that's the dream, man. That's the dream every indie filmmaker has. So when you hear these Saw stories and these stories of like James Wan blowing up, Kevin Smith, Robert Rodriguez, all these indie filmmakers, man, that's what we live for. That's what we live for, guys. I'll be at home street all day today, so we'll see. You're like, I see more action on my home street than I do down at the shop. Teenage boys, man, that's what happens. All right, guys. Slumdog Millionaire. Oh, H Street. Oh, I thought, oh, I'm just right down the street. Maybe I'll go light a fire for you, John. Get you going. Kidding, kidding. In case there is any fires. I'm not starting none today, guys. All right. Bottle Rocket. Yeah, Bottle Rocket. Slumdog Millionaire, guys. This was another one that was unheard of. And you know what? Let's talk about culture. Let's talk about culture on this. This movie was a massive hit in the States, and it featured one of the very first predominant, I would say 100% Indian cast. I don't give a fuck. I have a fire extinguisher. Fuck it. Oh, fucking John. um, yeah, Slumdog Millionaire, man. This was a big hit in the U.S. Uh, I'm gonna say I think it was 100% all Indian cast from India. Showed their culture. Who remembers the scene where he falls through the nasty porta potty and he's covered in shit? Oh, that's a horrible scene. Um, but yeah, great movie. Again, original idea, original story, original concept, new actors, and it hit. I mean, man, we need to go back to the formula, man. Time to go hit things. Have a beautiful day, folks. Oh, watch out. Carolyn's going to kickboxing or going to break stuff. Watch out. Not on the don't want to be on the receiving end of those kicks, guys. All right. Juno, another great movie, guys. $231 million it grossed. Again, a nice coming of age story, guys, that didn't have much traction. This had to do with a pregnant teenager, um, Ellen Page, and then Michael Sarah. Just a nice story about a girl pregnant dealing with what pregnant teenage girls deal with. Um, it was real, man. It was real. Nice, right. Excellent. Nice writing. Excellent writing. Great movie, man. Funny, witty. It dealt with a topic that that we didn't really deal with a lot. Dealt with it in a great, in a different kind of humorous way, and yeah, great cast, man. Awesome cast in that movie. Yeah, definitely a hit, man. Juno. Like me some Juno. All right, Paranormal Activity, guys. This was a big one too that came out of nowhere. Following in the footsteps of the found footage of the Blair Witch, we have Paranormal Activity. This went on to about 8 different Paranormal Activity movies. They were actually down at a con, the original cast, and they were doing their autographs, and I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I'm like, I like the movie, but like you're kind of reality stars. Ed S, what's up, Ed? How you doing, buddy? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, so this was basically an old school video camera. They did the found footage style, low budget. Again, they just kind of took a premise of the Blair Witch, turned it into their own, created a pretty phenomenal franchise. I mean, what am I, Daffy Duck over here? Phenomenal franchise. Phenomenal franchise out of it. I think they're still making them. I think they're still making these movies. Damn it. Crazy. Oh, Borat, guys. Sacha Baron Cohen. We all knew him from the Ali G show, or at least a lot of us did. So when he came up with this Borat character, my God. Um, I still remember the first time I saw the scene of him and the fat guy wrestling naked in that auditorium or whatever it was in that convention. And people were like, that was shocking, man. And then he did a second Borat that actually filmed in Kingman. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, all you Kingman folk out there. He went down to the mosque that you had, or maybe it was a town hall meeting. And they said that they were there to see how the community supported a second mosque or something like that. And of course, they only use like the racist, oh, no, damn, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, Kingman was not happy. Kingman was freaking mad, man, when that happened. Is that your moth on your shirt, or are you just happy to see me? Happy to see you, Lonnie. My cousin thought that. So you know what? So John Phantom, the Blair Witch Project. The week before it came out, the Sci-Fi Channel released a documentary about the Blair Witch. Not about this video, but about the Blair Witch. It was a standalone documentary, mockumentary, whatever you want to call it. And a lot of people thought it was real, man. Like it was a documentary. It was shot like a documentary. I went and saw it. And I came home thinking the same thing. And it was the internet was up and out, but it was very, very like it was AOL, it was web TV. It took a long time for you to load anything. But yeah, you could definitely find it out back then. But yeah, I don't think I even had the internet. I think I was still using it at a library at that point. And I remember rolling through and being like, oh my God, those kids died. The Blair Witch. Oh my God, and she knows I watched her show. Oh my God, she's coming to get me. Seriously, at 23 years old, I was freaking out, man. That Blair Witch got me. What a great concept, man. Um, for that. Yeah. So yeah, man, Kingman was not happy with Borat, guys. Kingman was not happy. I'm supposed to be related to Kathy Bates. Nice, nice. Jaws. Other than the book, guys, no one knew what to expect from the movie Jaws. This thing was a massive, man. I mean, to this day, it says 470 million. Talking billions, guys, with everything it's done on DVD. Yeah, billions of dollars for this movie. Yeah, you talk about, I'm sure the cast and crew didn't realize how big of a hit this is going to be. They had nothing but trouble with that shark, with the whole screen. I think they were like 4 months overdue, like filming. Um, all sorts of stuff. Kingman liked Van Damme better than Borat. Oh yeah, I met Van Damme when he was down there in Kingman doing that thing. Fuck Borat. No. Remember when he fell? No, that was Howard Stern. Remember when Howard Stern fell and he had his butt in Eminem's face? Who remembers that for that Fart Man movie? That's not one movie you're not going to see on this list is Fart Man. Remember Fart Man? What a piece of shit movie that was. Fart Man. Excuse my language, guys, but I think it was justified. Fart Man. Napoleon Dynamite. Yeah, guys, this was another one. Speaking again, original script, original thought, original idea, man. No one did anything like Napoleon Dynamite beforehand, man. Awesome, awesome movie. I'm still trying to figure out what era this was filmed in because they all dress like they're in the 80s, but there's internet. And then like I don't know, like it's weird. I'm trying to figure out what when that movie was supposedly filmed. Weird Uncle whatever is I got a girlfriend on the internet. That sounds nothing like him, but yeah, Napoleon Dynamite, great movie. Um, yeah, man, sleeper came out of nowhere. No one expected this thing to even make it to the theater. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I don't know if I would call this a surprise. It's Quentin Tarantino. It's Brad Pitt. It's what's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio, Margaret Robbie. I mean, is it really a surprise hit? Has every star in Hollywood, the biggest freaking one of the biggest directors. Maybe the ending was a little surprise. Oh, you know what? I was gonna do the biggest surprise twists. That's what this is from, and I picked out three of them, and it ended up I changed my mind when I was prepping for the show. But hey, if you guys want to talk about twists, spoiler alert. Um, very good twist at the end of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. An ending you will not see coming if you have not seen it before. The Manson family. That's all I'm going to say, guys. Um, then wouldn't all his movies be surprise hits? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Star Wars is coming. Don't you worry, Lonnie. Don't you worry. Star Wars. Bum bum bum. 775 million just at the box office. We're talking billions and billions and billions of dollars, guys. In this day and age, no one would have believed that Star Wars could have been a box office gamble. So much so that the studio gave up its rights to the toys and let George Lucas have 100% of it. They thought this thing was going to be an epic fail. Just got back from walking. You guys rock. Hugs to all. Have a great day. You too, Teresa Deller. You rock. Teresa Deller rocks. Teresa Deller rocks. That's right. All right, guys. Yeah, so Star Wars, man, this was a gamble. They didn't think it was gonna do anything, and it took freaking the world by storm. Here we are, what? 75, I'm 47, 48 years later, almost the 50th anniversary. And this thing still holds up, man. Kids are still watching it for the first time. Wow. Telling you, studios, you need to take a gamble more often. So this is another, if you guys have seen Parasite, actually this was a massive hit that caught the world by storm, so we can say that. But this was more about the ending and the twist. If you guys have not seen this, it's a decent movie. I would watch it. It won all sorts of Academy Awards. It's subtitled, it's dubbed, or it's subtitled. Still holds up, still really good. There's one scene that I love in it where she doesn't think the driver speaks her same language, and she's saying how he smells like old avocados, and he gives like this look. I love that scene for some reason. Oh man, My Big Fat Greek Wedding. This thing was ginormous, man. A comedy. When these comedies hit, like these are usually the ones you don't see coming. My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Um, man, made 68 million. Huge at home still at the DVD, the Blu-ray. Basically about a 30-year-old who repeatedly is pressured to get married to a Greek boy by her nosy family. When she falls in love with Ian, an English teacher, and a wasp. I don't know what that means. He's not Greek. Oh, so it's a fun, good movie. If you love Sex in the City, you love that kind of stuff. I think you'll love My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Huge. Yeah, they're making three. They're making a third one. That's how huge this thing was. Again, they didn't think anything was going to come of it. Massive hit. Massive hit. Us. This is a surprise ending, guys. I would say a surprise hit too. Spoiler on that. Um, uh, what am I saying? Fancy switch up at the ending, guys. A good movie. Another one that we didn't see coming too. A different kind of horror movie, much in the vein of Alfred Hitchcock, just kind of in a different style. Definitely check out Us, guys. Oh, he came back. He needed to make sure Bridesmaid made the list. Mike Means is like, man, if Bridesmaids doesn't make this list, I riot. That's what he texted me right now. So here you go, Mike. for you. Bridesmaid, big smash hit. Again, one of those comedies, guys, much in the vein of The Hangover. Hangover set up a lot for R-rated comedies, as being massive hits, man. I want to say I believe Hangover is still the most grossed R-rated comedy of all time, if I'm not mistaken. It was at one point. So Bridesmaids, wow, compost that BS. Oh man, yeah. So Bridesmaid down that same vein. You got to see Melissa McCarthy, in her rookie season, I guess you would say. Turned out all these guys turned out to be major stars. Great movie. Um, yeah, Bridesmaids, guys. American Beauty, another one. I liked Merlin. American Beauty, another one, guys, that came out of nowhere. Kevin Spacey, um, Mia Servina, is that her name? Um, great movie, man. Different, totally different. It's kind of a taboo subject. You got a man dealing with a midlife crisis. You got a pretty young high school girl kind of flirty with him. There's fantasies, there's reality. Do you cross a line? Do you not? Man, this is a movie that, hadn't been ever made before. And man, it ended up being a massive hit. I want to say it went on and got a nominations at the Academy Awards, had a whole bunch of stuff, man. Great movie. Huge surprise hit. Oh, here we go, guys. Blair Witch. You knew it was going to come up. Man, this movie came out of nowhere. Indie Film 101, guys. Again, every indie filmmaker's dream. Rent a camera, rent some audio gear, and freaking blow it up, man. That's what these guys did. Great concept, great script, great idea, man. Revolutionary, guys. Think about all the found footage movies we've seen since this movie came out. Man, huge bucket of win. Major bucket of win. All right. The King's Speech. Oh, this would be a surprise at the end. Yeah, whatever. That was your biggest surprise movie hits of all time, guys. Let's not forget about some of these other ones. That just kind of came out of nowhere. Can't think of them off the top of my head, but they're out there, guys. Hangover. Hangover is a big one. That went on to be massive franchises. Die Hard. Die Hard, another one that just came out of nowhere. Mac and Me. The E.T. ripoff. No, that wasn't a surprise. All right, guys, I'm going to bank on out of here. Join us for 420, guys, at the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. It is Movie Monday, guys, and we are going to be doing an awesome review of, what did I just watch? Just saw something. I'll do a fast. We'll do the new Fast and the Furious. There you go. We're gonna do the new Fast and the Furious movie. Yeah, check them out. They're great movies. Like again, man, I love it. If you and I what I haven't socked. I have a Ninja Turtles. I haven't promoted this in a while, but man, if you guys love indie films, if you love different kind of films that you don't see every day, man, hit up your local film festivals. They're happening all over the place all the time. Go and just go to one. They have blocks of movies. So usually like short films, but these are films that you're never going to see again. They're usually only shown at film festivals. You're going to have a great time. You're going to be cultured a little bit. You're going to hear other people's voices, other people's thoughts. It's really cool time. I would encourage anyone to go hit up Independent Film Festival. They have them all over. We used to have one in Laughlin. Hopefully we get it back. Lake Havasu, Vegas. They have them all over, man. It's a good time. If you guys ever get a chance, these are movies you're not going to get to see ever again. These are people's blood, sweat, and tears, and they love it when people show up. You'll get to talk to the directors. You'll get to talk to the actors. You'll get to meet them, take pictures with them. it's a fun time, guys. Any film festival, and you know what? These people are bearing their heart and souls to the world at these festivals. They'll talk your ear off about their movies, man. So go check it out. It's a good time, guys. I don't know when the next one is, but yeah, just keep an eye out. If you love movies, you'll love those. What would it take to bring Lyft back? I don't know, man. We need to talk to them about that. COVID's over. Never know. You should get in on that. All right, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna start working on the next film right now for the film festival. We will see you guys. Happy birthday, happy birth week to the birthday buddies. All right, guys. I will see you. Oh, Tim's over on Twitch now too. Twitch is taking over. Twitch World Order. We'll see you guys. Because when you're Twitch.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com. Check out our merchandise and amazing content. And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.